To start, this next guy coming to the stage. Been working with him for the past couple months, and he's a lot of fun. You're going to have a lot of fun with him tonight as well. Put your hands together for the very funny Bear Love!
Hello! Thank you, Ron. Okay, let's get these obstacles out of the way. All right, hippies are not too fast. All right, so my name is Bear. I've always been called Bear. My dad loves to remind me, I named you that, not the hippies. So basically, you guys in Colorado legalized pot. Good. Kind of put me out of a job, though. Nobody tells you what happened to the weed man, the one that made it out. He delivers pizza now. DoorDash, you know? And these people on Halloween dressed up as cops, they're slowing down your food. I was stopping twice. It's not even a police. Quit. So, and you guys think, I've got it easy because I don't got a real job. You know what I mean? But how many times have you used your job to get out of doing things that you didn't want to do? They know I don't have to work in the morning. I had to move a fish tank on Tuesday. Jeez. I have to drive next Thursday to Lemon to pick up a pit bull for my friend. I thought it would be nice to get over his breakup with his girlfriend to get off of my couch, but instead we're getting a dog. Sometimes it would be easier just to go to work, I swear. Okay, so I got a little bit of gray in my beard. So I just started comedy. Some people might say I'm going through a midlife. Yeah, but my generation just doesn't do midlife crises like my dad's generation. He bought a Corvette, spins in circles. We don't have Corvette money in my generation. So a midlife crisis in our generation looks like this. All right, 20 years ago, he should have joined the military with his dad, but instead he worked at a factory. Or she should have joined the military, but instead he worked at a factory with his dad for the last 20 years. Now his knees aren't there, but you'll find him this weekend at Bass Pro Shop searching for night vision goggles to hunt a deer. Tanner, if you need night vision goggles to hunt a deer, you are not the warrior we need. Okay. So I'm not just picking on G.I. Joe. We got G.I. Jane out there too. We got the 30-year-old woman who should be training recipes with the other moms at school, but instead she's getting her head shaved this weekend. Britney Spears, where's she at? We might have one in here. All right, that's a midlife crisis for my generation. A head tattoo. Nice. All right. So I'm not just picking on the single old people. All right, our couples are not doing their midlife crisis correctly either for the millennials. Okay, you guys met each other in high school, homecoming king and queen, and now the last couple of weeks you've been in an open relationship on Facebook. You grew old and fat together. You met in high school, and now you're in an open polyamorous relationship. Gross! I'm just saying. All right, so I smoke a little bit of your guys' legal pot now, and I even used to grow it here in Colorado. And so have you ever smoked so much pot that you guys thought you invented something that you really didn't? Yeah. For 3 days, I was smoking pot high in the Colorado Mountain Rockies. Double meaning. And we ran out of Kool-Aid, and you guys know how much hippies love Kool-Aid. Sheba Hut has it on tap. I love them. So we were out of Kool-Aid, and basically we had a lot of sugar because I shop at Costco, and we had a bunch of water. We're in the Rockies. So I'm a problem solver. We had a bunch of hippies that came through, so they bring tea. So I had sleepy time tea. I had this type of tea, and I had sugar water. So I was like, I can flavor it like Kool-Aid with my tea. So I made sugar water tea. And for 3 days, my friends didn't call me out. I said, do you want some sugar water tea? You might look parched. He said, yeah, I'd like some. They probably thought it had weed in it or something, knowing me. And so they were like, yeah, sure, I'll try that sugar water tea. My girlfriend, for 3 days, she didn't call me out. Honey, should I make another batch of sugar water tea? Sleepy time, or which one do you want? And my cousin, your family will always keep you in check. My cousin's from Texas. He came up, and I said, yeah, I'm thinking about opening up a little stand at Red Rocks and selling sugar water tea. And he goes, this is really good, but you did not invent sweet tea. So now they say work smarter and not harder. And I'm just going to say that the hippies, they're not working that hard. That's pretty smart. All right, so, and I see, a lot of people are, let's get a car trip and go across the country. Hippie don't need a car, just a thumb. All right, let's go to San Francisco. Okay, well, I'm a little bit smarter and a little lazier than hippies. So I said, all right, cousin, when we were hitchhiking from Houston to Pensacola, I said, let's stop by and pick up a little construction sign that I know about. One side says stop, the other side says slow down. So we're standing on the side of the highway, people going 55 miles an hour. I guess that's when I became a stand-up comedian, because you got about 2 seconds to tell a joke that gets you in their car once they realize you're not a construction worker. So my favorite joke is I've never murdered and I don't plan on starting today, and I'm going east. That one worked. And actually, we were liberated from that sign by the police. 3 counties later, and he said he chased us for 3 counties. It was a very effective way to travel. So, without our sign, though, we still had a little bit of luck. We still had a little pixie dust in our bag. So we stuck our thumb out, and we got picked up by a really cool guy. But he said his name was a viper. But he was not violent or any dangerous viper, thank God. And he said that was a beatnik from the beatnik era who smoked weed. And I was like, oh. And he was leaving New Orleans, so he was picking us up, and he took us all the way to Pensacola. So we didn't have to use that sign anymore. We made it all the way. And he said, hey, get in my glove box over there. He goes, you guys like music? You know who Miles Davis is? That's his trumpet mouthpiece. And he said, grab my weed out of there, because we're going to smoke weed out of Miles Davis's trumpet piece. Jazz has never felt so alive. So he drops us off in Pensacola, which is some crazy dream that I've never seen. It's a Pensacola white sandy beaches, and there's just people with djembe drums and dreadlocks and drumming on the beach. It literally looks like a rainbow gathering out there. So I show up, and I'm just like, this is great. So we get up there. My cousin, he sets his bag right in red ants, so he's jumping around. So, but we make ourselves on the beach, and we find out that there's a spot called the Dock, which allows drinking with Lincoln, which Lincoln is on the $5 bill. So that means you could drink all day for $5. So us hippies were living on the beach for $5. And I say that's pretty smart, because a lot of people have to work really hard to live on the beach. So we were beachfront. But a little thing called dark happens every night, and the police come by on the beach, and they say, you can't sleep here, hippie. Go home. And we're like, home is in Houston at this moment, so we're not going home, hippies, or cops. So what we did is, it was about a 15-minute hike away from the beach where the cops would leave you alone. And so we walked all the way to the cheap hotels, because they didn't have security by their pools, and we slept on the lawn chairs at night. Work harder, not smarter. There was $200 inside. We're out on the pool. It was Florida. So basically, but every once in a while, you would get chased by the one sporadic security guard. You've never felt more alive being chased in flip-flops than a tie-dye. And tie-dye looks like camo, but I guess the only thing it hides you from is employment. So basically, we were lazier than those hippies, and we were tired of getting chased like that. So me and my cousin said, okay, you guys, we'll catch up. And we decided that there was 2 things on that beach. There was the miniature putt-putt golf, and there was the dock where we could drink with Lincoln. So we said, okay, you know how they have the hole 18 with the windmill or something? Well, this one had a cave. My name is Bear. Bears are from caves. So we didn't hike 15 minutes. We slept right there in that putt-putt cave. And some days the ball would come rolling in, and me and my cousin would be like, they're here. And we'd jump the fence. We'd get over the fence and be on the beach, and we'd be able to sleep. And so, because once the sun's up, you're good. But like Goldilocks, my bear story, I didn't just sleep on that bed of the lawn chair. I also had a hungry stomach. And these hotels have continental breakfast. So my family, we traveled. We stayed in a lot of hotels. So I'd put my nicest clothes on. We'd get in there. And these were the nice hotels. It was like crab omelets and stuff like that. So we'd get in there and we'd go, oh, yeah, we're staying in room 212. And they always knew we weren't. So they'd go check just to make sure. And then they'd say, all right, get out of here, hippies. Have a good night, guys.
Yes. Keep it going for Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Van. All right, yeah, there's fun to listen to his confessions of all his felonies. I smoked pot with him one time. He goes, take a hit. I go, I'll take one little hit. I go,